Hello everyone, welcome to Candid Mama Diaries. My name is Berry and I am excited to start this journey with you all. In this channel, we'll be talking about motherhood and general mom lifestyle. I am currently 36 weeks pregnant and I am excited to start this journey with you all. This time, I have decided to document everything from pregnancy, breastfeeding, postpartum, motherhood and life. Are you a mom, you're expecting, or you're just curious about the raw, real facts of motherhood? Stay tuned with me. Let's unravel this together. Let's try to understand all these things related to motherhood, to working mom lifestyle together. But first, let's dive into the pregnancy journey so far. Okay guys, let's take a step backward. Finding out we were pregnant for the second time while my baby was just 7 months old was a mix of emotions. We were excited, a little bit shocked, and seriously a lot of wow, like we are doing this again while having a small baby. And with my first baby, I was more focused on learning, reading, learning all the developmental milestones. We were on our phones, on flow, reading all the weekly developments. But this time, it feels different. We are more relaxed, like we know what's coming. We know obviously there will be sleepless nights. We also know that there will be times where I won't be able to sleep well, I can't turn. All of those things are now expected. So I think we are in a better place. We are not nervous. We are not too anxious of anything. Everything seems calm, which is what we enjoy. And again, one thing, this is a surprise, one thing we decided to do differently this time is not to know the gender. I know what you're thinking, like how can you wait? Yeah, we just want it to be a surprise. When we give birth, we're like, oh, it's a baby boy, oh, it's a baby girl. We want it to be that original, so we are all team green. Everybody keep asking me, how can you wait? How will you shop for baby's clothes? And I'm like, we already have a baby first, so we still have things from the baby. And even if we have the second baby and the gender is different, it's very easy for us to just go shopping and buy things for the baby. So shopping for the baby is not a blocker in this case. But we just know that we don't want to know the sex and we are waiting till birth. Okay guys, let's come to how this pregnancy feels different from my first. With my first, to be honest, I had a lot of expectations. I had heard from family and friends what to expect. They said you will be nauseous for some time, especially during the first trimester. They talked about morning sickness, back pain, loss of appetite. All of these things I was expecting in the first pregnancy. Yes, I experienced some sort of vomiting 2 or 3 times. I never experienced morning sickness with the first. I experienced some sort of bleeding in the first pregnancy. And yeah, the loss of appetite, I had that for it was short-lived, just like 2 months, but everything picked up. And in the first pregnancy, I had so much energy. I was walking throughout. The energy was still good. I was living alone at that period. I would decide when to cook, when to clean. Everything was on me, deciding everything I wanted to do. But in this pregnancy, it's kind of different because now I have a toddler running around. I have to shout, Zaria, stop, like 50 times a day, and I have a partner. We have to coordinate cooking, cleaning, kita runs. So all of these, coupled to the fact that I had not worked for like 15 months, I've been at home, it just drained my energy. I didn't have so much energy with the pregnancy, and in the second trimester, I started feeling back pain, which I did not feel in the first pregnancy. So it's not like the back pain was strange. I have heard people complain about back pains, but I didn't feel it in my first pregnancy. And to top it all was the fact that I had to start working in the third trimester. Yes, I had been on parental leave for 15 months. So between mid of February to mid of March, I had to work for 4 weeks. The thought of going back to working 8 hours a day was exhausting. I had to bring myself to the realization that I'm going back to work. I'm resuming work again. Though it was just for 4 weeks, but it was still kind of draining. So to top it up for me, I think what stood out between these two pregnancies are the level of energy. With the first, I had so much energy, and with this pregnancy, my energy level is down. I don't have so much energy. So for me, that's just it. I don't have energy. So lessons learned from my first pregnancy. We will start with bleeding during pregnancy. This was something I found really strange because initially I thought when you're pregnant, there is no bleeding till you have your baby. But in my first pregnancy, I think around week 7, I had a scare. I started bleeding. I had to rush to the hospital. Everything was going through my mind. Is the baby all right? What's going on? But when I got to the hospital, I was checked. Baby's heartbeat was okay. Doctor said the baby was fine. And she also explained to me that bleeding during pregnancy can be normal, though it can still not be a normal thing. You always have to check. She said some people bleed from the beginning of their pregnancy till they have their baby, while others don't. But if you ever experience something like bleeding during your pregnancy, I will advise you to go to the hospital. But don't always think that is something bad happening. Sometimes it just happens. So have this in mind, so in case it happens or maybe another person has experienced it, we all can learn from each other. Breastfeeding. I had to learn to latch the baby. I had to learn to pump. For me, I actually thought this was like an automatic thing. When you have your baby, the latching thing with the baby, not like automatic, but the baby can easily latch. I didn't realize that it's a whole struggle. Even from the hospital, the nurses will teach you how to latch. And when you get home, if you want to pump, you still need to learn. It's a learning process. For us, the latching was a bit difficult because Zaria had a tongue tie, which we didn't realize until she was 12 weeks. So when you try to feed her, she will latch for like, say, maximum a minute, suck, and so she will stop. I didn't know what was happening. So when this happens for like a while, I started pumping and giving her directly from the bottle. So it took us some time before we realized this was as a result of a tongue tie. When we realized that it was because of the tongue tie, we took her to the hospital. The doctor cut the tongue tie. But again, it was already almost late for her to relearn how to latch. And by this time, she had gotten used to the bottle. She didn't want to stress to suck and all. So this, I think, is a lesson for everyone, that before you leave the hospital, try to check if your baby has a tongue tie, because this will cause problems in the future for you and for your baby if that is not well checked. And the next will be anterior placenta and movement. So there are different types of placenta. When you have an anterior placenta, this affects baby's movement. Anterior placenta is when your placenta is lying on the top of your belly. When this happens, you might not feel the baby's movement on time. Like in my case, I started feeling Zaria, I think around week 21st. I was worried throughout because you will hear people tell you they started feeling their baby movements from 16 week, 17 week, while I got up to the 21st week without feeling it. So it was strange to me that this is a possibility. And also, even around like the 21st, from the 21st week till you have your baby, you will feel the movement, but I don't think you'll be so strong like someone that has exterior placenta or maybe any other type of placenta. So know that when you have an anterior placenta, this will most likely shield you from feeling your baby's movement. But I'm not saying that towards like your second trimester or third trimester, you're not feeling your baby's movement. It's all right. Always, if you think your baby's movements have reduced, it's always good to go to the hospital for checkup. But know that it's very common that when you have an anterior placenta, you don't feel so much of the movements. They are not so strong when you have a different type of placenta. Another topic which is not really mostly talked about is postpartum recovery. During my journey, I realized that postpartum recovery is as important as the pregnancy journey itself. I was lucky enough to have a very good support system. I had a very good and caring midwife who was there from when we left the hospital. She was the one that helped me with latching, even helping me with realizing that my baby had a tongue tie. Also, she helped me to understand the importance of pelvic floor therapy. I had never heard of it. She spoke about it. I did it for like 6 weeks. It was really effective because I had some issues pre-baby. So I realized that all of these things are necessary for you to regain yourself after having your baby. Another thing my midwife did for me was also to teach me how to take care of myself as a new mom. And my small village, I will call them if I have doubts about anything, ask questions. What am I supposed to do? Zara is crying, Zara is not sleeping well. What am I supposed to do at this time? I want everyone to know that this process is a you time. It's not just for you and your baby. This is a period where you have to take care of yourself. You need to know what you eat, and you need to have it at the back of your mind that what you eat is also what the baby gets. So you need to eat healthy and be sure that you're getting all the nutrients you need. At this point, it's okay if you don't want visitors. To be honest, it's a you and your baby time. If you don't want visitors, it's fine. People don't need to come. If you need 6 weeks to recover, it's fine. And please also be sure that you go for your 6 weeks checkup after you have your baby. These are all important. Eat well. If you want to get back into fitness, if you're a fitness mom, make sure that your body is fully recovered before you do it. I plan to go into fitness after I have this baby. So this is also what I am planning to do. Like, make sure that I recover fully before I get into any activities, and also getting back into work. So mom, please take care of your health while taking care of your baby. You are important as well as the baby is important. Don't lose yourself after you have the baby. This is an advice to me and all the moms out there. Okay guys, here we are, 36 weeks pregnant, preparing for the birth of baby number 2, and also starting this journey with you all. In the next videos, I'll be sharing more about my birth plan, postpartum goals, fingers crossed for that, and a lot more. Working mom lifestyle when I resume working in July. So I am really hoping that you stay tuned with me, and I would love to hear from you guys. If you're a mom, tell me how different your second pregnancy was from the first. So guys, I'm putting down all the links to my socials. You'll see my Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And please, most especially, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please guys, let's grow this family together. See you all in my next videos, and